Good morning, if it's the morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever you are on the globe, those of you that are coming in love and light, I welcome you to my High Vibers Grand Rising. Welcome to my High Vibers. Want to say, hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are all right. I hope y'all are standing in your power. I hope y'all are showing up for yourself and being your own hero, riding on your own white horse, bitch. You heard? Now, what is a female knight? Or is there such a thing? Y'all know me. I'll be thinking crazy thoughts. I'll be like, okay, so what's the girl version? Okay, because a knight, right? So are we knights, or is it just, you're just a knight? Like, anyway, I'm just being silly. But there is this celebratory energy, though. Y'all know I do everything for a reason. So even what you're looking at, there is like this celebratory energy that the collective I typically channel for. You all are in if you are on the high vibe side of it. Because yes, I pick up karmic energies, but it's just usually just to reveal their role in some shit. Okay. But in terms of, the transitions, the changes, the high vibe energy, you guys are in some kind of victory. Somebody says, Night Priest. Oh, right. Because Empress, right? So Night Priest. So we're okay. Night Priest. You heard? Shit, we on our own horse, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. It's like fuck all you sons of bitches. But anyway, I'm so bad. So check. One of my favorite readers, she made a statement in her reading that is inspiring this discussion. So it's nothing to do with her reading or what came out. It was just this one statement. And she said that the people in this particular reading, the karmic low vibe and energy that was in her reading, was offended because they felt like their privacy, that the high vibe collective, it may be some of you guys are healers, teachers, readers, you could have just spoke your truth or whatever, but they feel like the high vibe collective in her reading invaded. Listen to me, this is going to be ironic. They feel like the high vibe collective invaded their privacy. That's why as you guys are coming in, it says privacy. Huh. And it's because it's that mentally ill energy again, where there's a people that feel like they should have all of this discretion and privacy when it comes to their lives, that nobody should be in their business, that certain things shouldn't be out there, that people shouldn't be saying things, but it's like it's a double standard. Because they did more than invade you all's privacy collective. That's why I said privacy. I said privacy, huh? They've invaded your privacy for so long in so many ways. From energetically, while pretending like that they ain't doing that shit. That's an invasion of privacy. To taking it upon themselves to talk about you behind your back or so-called tell people information with maybe 50% truth, but I digress. That was an invasion of your privacy. To things that were left to some of you, that what I mean is they had your name on it and the instructions were to be given directly to you or your children, and they took it upon themselves to not do that, okay? And to not tell you about it. So I almost laughed. I was like, oh, too bad, so sad. So I'm taking it that whoever was in her reading they're pissed because like maybe all the shit is out or some shit. So they're in their feelings. They're upset and they're blaming the High Vibe Collective. So I'm done. I'm laughing every day, believe it or not. I'll be like, oh, well, so, because these people violated the High Vibe Collective every which way. Okay. They did all sorts of shit. Okay. They don't respect boundaries. So how the fuck do they think boundaries ought to be respected for them? They didn't respect yours. Okay. They didn't respect your privacy, your life, and your secrets. Because some of these people are upset because a lot of their dark secrets are exposed to the world. And so they're, talking about this as a disrespect. They're coming up with everything, right? But these are the same ones that was trying to character assassinate you all. Okay? They were trying to dig into the 1900s about you all's youth. While simultaneously forgetting, right, their indiscretions in the 2000s, bitch. See, the irony to me fascinates me. It's hilarious. I'm like, well, don't start none, won't be none. But see, that's the kind of stuff I'll be talking about when I say, collective, that often the most toxic people can't handle their own energy. They love gossiping. Y'all laughing at me. They likes gossiping. Hell, they should be paid to do it. That's how much they do the shit. They like gossiping. They like going around spreading rumors about others. Okay, they love that. That makes them feel special. That makes them feel powerful. That makes them feel important. That makes them feel better than. Right? But when it's they in the highlight, people say when they in the hot seat, you heard, it's like now it's certain things ought to be left private. See, now all the verbiages start to change. Some things ought to be private. Was it private when you were gang stalking people? Was it private when you were yeah, so some things ought to be left private between the family. Was it between the family? You see, when you went behind the family's back, they're offended. Well. They're talking about privacy. Well. Too bad, so sad. Now, collective, the reason why you all are also seeing this white horse and this night priss, night priss, I like that word, or night, right? Is because first and foremost, you guys have been unbothered for so long. Some things you guys as ancestors, they over time, like they didn't even have you focused on this shit. Like you knew. Like there was a sense, but they just kind of had you in a place of like they're going to buffer you and you're just going to continue to heal and grow and focus on that, which served to only irritate these motherfuckers more. So you have gone through a lot, and so you are in a victorious energy. And the irony is all of this gossip, this smear campaigns, these attacks, this ganging up on and all this shit these people did was supposed to see their goal. This was supposed to break you. This was supposed to make you feel helpless, hopeless, powerless, alone. Like that's the point. By the way, this is cultic and gangish, and this is why people do it. That's the psychology, okay, behind it. But what ended up happening, I was going to do this little meme here on TikTok, but it didn't allow me to have it long enough where I needed it. So some of you have actually gotten used to this. So what do I mean by that? It just had a different effect, a way different effect than they thought. Some of you have grown to this Harley Quinn, this Catwoman, this, and I'm using the edgier feminines because the edgier feminines energy comes in when there is like grave injustices, and you have to use that dark energy to defeat those who are coming against you. So some of you have grown to actually like it. I know that sounds a little out there, but let me explain what I mean. I'm not saying like it in terms of the harm that was caused to you. I'm saying that you stepped in to a badass energy. So you know how like if you go through training, like think of it this way, like maybe at first it feels like too much in the beginning phases, right? Because you're dealing with so much and you don't have your sea legs, if you will, like you're like, it's a lot. But because of this boot camp energy, some of you have built up some kind of immunity and strength. So now what once was a challenge to you to have to deal with, now you got this smirk on your face and swinging that bat like Harley Quinn. And so it just, look, whether this is, hear me good now, whether this is energetically, in some cases literally, bitch, it just depends. All our situations are different, bitch. You heard? But, because some of us, we'd ready to do that as well if the ancestors would go ahead and, allow. Like, let me, man. Let me, bitch. Let me. Shit. They done messed up now. It's like, just please let me, ancestors. Let me. It's time to go to school. It's time for them to go to school now. You heard? So, you guys, what I'm saying, these people, because they're still at it, there are some of them that are dying off. I'm going to be real. It just depends on your story and how long this has been playing out. Some of them are actually dying off. Some of them are going to jail. Some of them are getting sick. Some of them are, so it's just so many different things that are happening to different, people. And what's sad is folks are blaming you all. Okay, at least the low vibing ones. The ones that are kind of more in the neutral or they see clear, okay, they may not be saying anything, but they may not be blaming you either. They're like, no, shit. If motherfuckers was coming for me too, I think I would do this as well. Shit, I'm not gonna, people were coming for me. People were stealing my shit. People were doing shit to me and my kid. I think that I'd have a problem with that. So I ain't got no qualms. They have a right to stand up for themselves. They have a right to, to speak the truth and to call out bullshit. There are some people that's in a more intelligent energy. But you haven't missed much, dear. We're just chit-chatting on the toxic energies that you all have dealt with has the audacity to be offended. Okay? Some of these people are getting back karma, but they're offended and blaming you because they feel like you've intruded their privacy. You've invaded their privacy, but they've been invading your privacy. Okay? That's been the issue. That's been the root problem. Okay? Because what do toxic narcissistic type lack? They lack respect and understanding of other people's boundary. But they are the first ones to scream about their boundaries not being respected or about not being respected. But they are the most disrespectful motherfuckers on the earth. Okay? So that is their entitlement energy. I can do fucked up shit to you, but you can't do fucked up shit to me. I could do secret shit to sabotage you, but you can't know about it and speak about it. Do you guys see them? It's mentally ill. It's mental illness to me. It's like if people would sit and think about that, it's like if that ain't mentally ill, I don't know what is. It's a God complex. Somebody says, yeah, I heard the same thing last night. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, they act like they are kids, though. See, y'all, people be thinking it's meant to be the things that I be saying or other people's be saying. They think it's meant to be like some kind of condescension, but it's not really. When people get educated and look into things, they'll find out. It's like, no, it's not. The development of these types are they're children. So if that's their energy, that's their frequency, they can be full-fledged grown on the outside and they can have, you know what I'm saying, jobs and careers, but in terms of mental, the soul, the personality, all these things, it's no. They have traumas that they're not admitting to, which is only making it worse. And, you know, all of these things. Playing with stuff that they ain't got no business. And just, man. But see, that's the development of a child. Right? We've all done dumb shit in our younger years, right? But ideally, we grow. Ideally. From the inside out, not just go grab another degree at college A, B, C, and D, but from the inside out. Because that's going to change how you approach the world. That's going to change how you even see the world. And so unfortunately, these people have never changed. They have been approaching things the same way. They're only in older bodies and they have more sophisticated toys to play with. Because what happens with time and age, especially those who tap into shit in order to gain shit, is you have basically given power to a child. And what happens when you give power to a child? Destruction. Why? A child is not ready. It's not that they're bad, but they're not ready to drive a Ferrari. Somebody that just learned how to drive is not ready to drive a Ferrari. What happens when you give over too much? They become the child. Yeah, well, children, often children have to become parents if they got children for parents. That's another video. But so, you know, they conduct like children. Like I said, this is what gets people thrown off. And I've always said, I don't have I've dealt with any belief systems in terms of saying like, oh, money's the root of all evil and no, it's not. Money is energy. It's just energy. It's frequency. It's currency. But like anything else on earth, if you want to know the condition and state of a man or a woman, give them a few things: power and money. Because whatever's there is going to be magnified. So if it is toxic, this is going to be amplified. Whatever's in the heart of a man or a woman is going to be amplified once you give them power, resources, authority. Like I said, they have more toys to play with, which means what? More shit to do destructive shit. Because they can buy off people, they can bribe people, they can blackmail people, they can play on the vulnerabilities of people, so they'll step into the communal narcissistic energy to get people to sing their praises, you know, all sorts of shit. But I digress. The main topic of this live is these people have the audacity to be offended. Oh my God, because news is spreading like wildfire, bitch. You heard? They should have left you alone. They shouldn't have been trying to destroy you. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear none of that. That's too bad. That's too bad. They should have kept their mouth shut. You see what I'm saying? They should have left you alone, collective. It's that simple. I be saying it. Don't start none. It won't be none. Because this ain't going to end the way they think it's going to end. You heard? They thought they were going to tire y'all out, collective. With all of the incessant negativity. You heard? They thought... But you on your horse, bitch. You're like, shit, y'all being celebrating this shit, bitch. This the 6 of Wands, energy on this picture here. You heard? Fire. Passion. Zest. Being celebrated. Right? Being recognized. See, they didn't want you. Collective, they didn't want y'all. This is, look at him. This has been these people's problems to begin with. They needed you to be seen in a certain light so that they can feel like somebody. So they needed you to be looked at as this poor unfortunate orphan, and this poor, they can't just get it out. And they just so problematic while hiding their dysfunction. They're so just problematic. They needed this narrative of you. This is why they're royally pissed. They needed that. It's why they attempted to destroy you. It's why they, tried to defame your name. It's why. So they can feel like somebody. I know it's sad and it's ridiculous, but that's children and people with mental problems. Okay? So they thought if they can make it hard, make everybody turn against you. Well, you kind of just made it so now the collective knows who they are and tapped into their strength and the ancestors. And they also learned so they can discern who's for them and who's not. So it kind of just worked in the collective's favor. You all learned how strong you were, which is something that they don't have. See, they have to have entourages, collective. They've been this way. Not you. You did this shit alone. You did it when nobody was watching. You did it when there was no views, bitch. Yeah. They can't even, they need each other to decide when to go to the bathroom. But all of that was supposed to make you feel like, oh my God, I'm so... And now? Oh, they crying now. Oh, because y'all on that horse, you heard? You on that horse. I said nitrous. Nitrous. Empress, nitrous, night. Because it's, y'all on that horse, bitch. And you got a sword. Where's the sword at? I like the ones with swords. I have become fascinated with swords. I think I was some type of fighter. I really do. And maybe that's my fascination with it. Because I'm like, ooh, let me have it. Let me. I'm like, woo! Y'all, I'm serious. I'm like, let me at them. Let me at them. Ancestors is like, what was that? I saw a face. Did you guys see a face? I saw a face right here. That's insane, yo. And it wasn't mine. So whose face was it? What the hell? On the maybe you guys didn't see it, but I saw it by this crown. I saw a face. Oh, I know what it was because I lifted up my phone to my computer screen. Okay, because I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, man, ancestors are like, no, we gonna do this in another way. We gonna show you how to do this in another way. But anyway, I'm just being silly with y'all at this point. But the discussion is true, real, and legit. So I just want to say, you guys just keep what you're doing. Keep moving in your victory and success. Let me try it again to see if that's what it was. If it'll do it again. Yep, there it is. Ain't that trippy? Because this is what I saw. And I was like, well, that ain't my face then. Anyway. Keep moving forward. Know that you have a right to your success, your victory. You have a right to speak. Because see, listen, all of those old patterns, that's toxic. And we're done with all of that. We're not going to be quiet. We're not going to shut up ever. Okay? If people didn't want to have a problem with you, then they should have kept their mouth off of you. If people did not want to have a problem with you, then they shouldn't have come for you and your children and what you do. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's like, it ain't hard. If people did not want indiscretions or they, you know what I'm saying, then they shouldn't have attempted to so-called expose you. See, people can't handle it when it's them in the hot seat. But this is why it serves people to learn the laws of the universe. Not just quoting some text, but the laws of the universe. You will receive, dear. It may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. But you will before you leave. If people don't want all of their skeletons in their closets to be put on public display, maybe they should stop trying to put other people's skeletons on display. If people didn't want their past being used, weaponized against them, then they shouldn't have tried to weaponize someone else's past against them. You see how this goes? It's very simple. If people don't want to be stolen from or feel cheated and, feeling some kind of way, then perhaps they shouldn't have invested in stealing from someone else. I don't know why. It's fascinating to me. To me, this is basic. To me, I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't understand why it's hard for people to be able to sit down and make sense of why maybe they get some of the shit that they're getting. This is why they say this, okay? If you don't want to be cheated on, don't be a cheater. This is the reason why people say this kind of shit. If you don't want to be physically assaulted, you really ought to not be trying to physically assault people then. If you don't want to be plagued and oppressed, well, you kind of shouldn't be a part of trying to do that. You heard? See, to me, I'm like, sit down. It's math. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's math. Do you not want to receive this? Then maybe you ought not do it. Do you not want to receive it? Then you ought not do it. Do you not want to receive it? Then you ought not do it. It's simple. It's simple to me. You don't want to be talked about? Then close your mouth. You want to be misunderstood? Then stop causing misunderstandings. You don't want to be judged? Stop being judgmental. You don't want people scrutinizing your life? Stop trying to scrutinize someone else's. You don't want all your business out there? Stop trying to put people's business out there. Y'all see, I know I'm repetitive, because it's not sticking apparently for some humans. It's not sticking. You don't want people interfering in your affairs in life, your relationships, then stop interfering in the affairs and the relationships of others then. If people could manage to reduce things to that, that'll help a lot of people out there, I promise. It really would. But the issue is that there's a lot of mental illness out there that's not diagnosed, that's masked by all of these 3D things and spiritual and religious labels and bents to hide all of it. Keep celebrating, collective. You guys are being supported. You're being celebrated. You're moving on rapidly here into victory and success. And the more these individuals project their toxic energies and do their weird shit, like these contracts are up, they've overstepped bounds, and this is why they're seeing all of this stuff happening to them. Okay? So just keep at it. It's getting good. These people are really pissed because they couldn't stop you from being a nitress, the empress, the night. They couldn't stop you. They can't stop you. It's like every time they, like, look, see how these roses, whoever's like the people are throwing roses at this nitress. Right? So just imagine that every hit, every attack, right, on you, because they're constantly at it, right? So every hit, every attack, you're getting another rose and another rose and another rose and more celebration and more appreciation. Every hit, every dark magic, every evil eye, right? All that. See, this is what they didn't see coming. But they see it now. Collective, if people try to come at you, you don't even have to respond. But for those of you who decide to, put them in a place. Okay? Because y'all not being gaslit. Put them in a place. If they don't want problems with you, they shouldn't fuck with you.